Turning our attention now to the ASX, here's Matt Birney and Bulls and Bears with the latest public company views and interviews.
Welcome to Bulls and Bears, brought to you today by security services company MCS Services, ASX code MSG. I'm Matt Birney and I'm joined now by the CEO of MCS Services, Paul Simmons. Hi, Paul.
Hey, Matt.
Perth-based MCS Services provides security personnel and security systems at large commercial properties, retail shopping centres, sporting stadiums and even concert venues, to name just a few. Curiously, MCS is the only security business of its kind listed on the ASX, and its share price has doubled this year on the back of a spate of new contract signings. Okay, Paul, I want to get into the weeds a bit on those new contracts in a minute, but firstly, who are some of the major clients of MCS?
We've got Charter Hall, Lend-Lease, Westfield, the Centre Group, Colliers, Optus Stadium, a considerable amount of Tier 1 clients throughout West Australia.
Okay, so you recently signed a sizable contract to provide security to the big Westfield shopping centres in Perth, Carousel, Innaloo and Whitford City. How many people will you deploy across those sites? How long is that contract for, and how much money will it bring in for the company?
The contract for 20 months, we'll deploy probably 40 additional security guards and supervisors at all the three centres, and the revenue over the 20 months is expected to be somewhere in the region of 6 million.
You also recently signed up to provide security for another group of 13 shopping centres. I think you were already doing security for some of them, so they're a re-sign, but there are some others as well. What are the larger centres in that contract? How much money will it bring in a year, and how much of that money is new money from the additional centres?
Yeah, it's the vicinity centres within West Australia. We serviced, I think it was 6 of them to start off with. The larger ones is the Galleria at Morley, Rockingham, Midland, Mandurah, Ellenbrook, and we picked up the others in their portfolio. We estimate that it'll bring in $4 to $5 million a year in income, and the new money is $1.3 million.
That's per year, is it?
That's per year for the 5-year contract.
Okay, note that MCS has also added Lend-Lease to its client list, a big player in the property market, obviously. What properties will you look after for Lend-Lease, and how much will that contract bring in for MCS?
We're the incumbent at the Lend-Lease sites, and we've still rolled them over. The Lend-Lease at Lakeside Joondalup and Southlands, and that contract is worth in the vicinity of $11.5 million.
How do you expand a business like MCS? Is it all about just totally dominating the WA market, or are there some opportunities in the east for you?
I think we've dominated the WA market. We're looking at some acquisitions, expansion into the eastern states. We've retained our licences in all the other states and looking to expand. However, COVID put a temporary pause on that, as you can well imagine.
Paul Simmons from MCS Services, thanks for joining me on Bulls and Bears today. And remember, we're only here to give you information, not advice, which you should of course seek independently. I'm Matt Birney and this is Bulls and Bears.
For more public company CEO interviews, go to the Money page on the 6PR, 2GB and 3AW websites and click the Public Companies tab.